Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back for another week with the old hairless one. That's right, I shaved it. I just had to. Too hot here. Everybody got your cup of reason? I hope so. Can't do this stuff without man. You just can't. Yeah. And may I just say, people, for all of those who might be fans, I despise all things Apple. I hate Apple. I hate this damn iPhone I'm forced to use as a camera. It's a piece of shit. Uh, yeah, but the only thing Apple is good for is pie filling. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. At least I got it working, so hopefully it'll stay running a little longer than the last time. I'm hoping that it'll hold the charge long enough. So yeah, just see how it goes. Carry on as per normal. So good to see y'all, everyone. Let's have a look and see who's in the side chat. We've got our good friend Sable Eagle. Hello, Sable. Haven't seen you in a while. Where were you last week? Kind of missed you. Or were you here? I can't remember. It's starting to become a blur for me, you know. But good to see you anyway, brother. Good to see you. Fred Bailey, hello. Welcome. Welcome. We've got Peter with us. Hello, Peter. Always nice to see you, my friend. Dr. Nimrod. Hello, sir. Good to see you, my friend. How's Molly doing, by the way? Haven't heard about her in a while. She gone back home to mom, or I hope she's doing well. Um, let's see, who else have we got here? 2AHD Cat. Hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. But then again, we've all been kind of busy. But me, wow. This is it, man. Time to kick back and kind of just ride out this last month or so. End of the school year is nigh. Ooh, yeah, we just had a hell of a week doing some catch up reviews and finalizing some grading on tests and getting some reports out and stuff. And we're all done now. And we're on a 5 day long weekend. That's right. Big holiday here in Vietnam. Go back to work again next Thursday morning. So it's Saturday night now. I can kick back and not have to worry. So I'm looking forward to just being at peace, just kind of chill, not think about the office, not think about work, and just kind of hang out. Maybe catch up on a few things that I've been kind of falling behind on. So, but yeah, that's about it for me, man. I just kind of popped on to catch up with everybody, say hellos, and see what's up. Throw something at the wall and see what sticks. Let's see. Now, Sable's got something for us, as usual. Once he starts, you can't shut him up, right? Isn't that right, Sable? Tell me if I'm lying. No cat could ever become a doctor. Doctoral candidates spend 90% of their time reading and writing, and cats spend 90% of their time sleeping. The two are incompatible. Okay. I think we all kind of figured that out. But let's not burst his bubble, shall we? Oh, man. I'm telling you. Let's see. Steam a cup of reason. Hey, it's that fella coffee drinking guy. You got it, brother. This stuff flows through me like it's replaced the blood in my veins. It is now 100% coffee. Absolutely. How that managed to survive doing that, I don't know. But yeah, it certainly is me. Absolutely. I love that coffee stuff. Okay, what's up here, Sable? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Cunting well, scroll, you motherfucker. Motherfucker. How hard is it? Me having a great time looking around in Google Maps. Okay, Sable, what's up, man? Clue me in. Huh? Scroll what? Scroll, scroll what? What do you want me to scroll? You want me to scroll me? All right. Hey, Jens, how are you? Good to see you. Always nice for you to join in. Ahoy, gentle people. Ahoy, hoy, gentle people. Hello, Jens. Good to see you. Yeah, just back from buying groceries. Ooh, what goodies did you get? What goodies? What goodies did you get? I was going to do some grocery shopping earlier today as well, but then I thought to myself, nah, it's a long weekend and I'm just too damn fucking lazy. I'll wait until I'm starving enough to go out and make and do it because I have to. uh, damn typos. Oh my god, you can't find Vietnam as its CGI. Is it? Holy shit. Where have I been hanging out the past 20 years then? Sure looks real to me. Hmm. Okay, Booma. Hello, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Between coffee and cocaine, it appears Brazil's job is to keep the world awake. Hey, Pete. Well, yeah, kind of. But for me, it's more just. It's not even just to keep me awake. It's an absolute necessity for proper daily functioning. Without my coffee, I am absolutely useless. Although people would say that without the coffee too, but fuck them. Yeah, no, I gotta have it, man. Gotta have it. But good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see. Let's see. Just the usual stuff, she says. Can only fit a small selection down my gullet. That's true. That's true. If you go grocery, that's something that just bugs the hell out of me. You go to the grocery stores and you got these people with like two shopping carts that are so damn full, shit's falling out of them. Who consumes that much food in a week? They must have kids with hollow legs and hollow heads that need constant filling. How do people do, I don't get it, man. If I get half a shopping cart full, I'm good for half the month, you know? But then again, grocery shopping here in Vietnam, I'll be honest, is a hell of a lot different than back home because so much of what we get here, we can get fresh at any spot along any street in the city, from vendors along the street and markets just about everywhere. You can't throw a rock without hitting some kind of a market, a vegetable market or noodles or whatever, just everything. I mean, you can't drive a 500 meters down any street in Vietnam without crossing some kind of a vendor selling food of some type, either fresh groceries kind of thing like country markets or pho stands and noodle stands. And it's wall to wall here, wall to wall. Just look behind me. That's a perfect example of any typical street here in Vietnam. Here, let me just get out of the way. There you go. See, you can't pitch a rock without hitting some kind of food establishment, either a restaurant, a pub, a bar, a cafe, or some kind of a market. It's everywhere. It's wall to wall. Just about every street in the city. I mean, so we really don't need to go to uh, like supermarkets, like grocery store supermarkets. We do have them here, Co-op Mart, Saigon Co-op Mart, and a couple of others. But most of what Pearl gets for the house, it's all fresh, bought daily as needed, and it's so much better. I mean, it really is. It's so much better. You know, that's one thing here. You never have to worry about going hungry because you can eat your face off and barely spend a tenner. Really, I mean, it's dirt cheap and everywhere. But anyways, that's my take on grocery shopping here in Vietnam. But hey, there you go. You got what you need, so that's good. Jen's awesome, awesome. Oh, let's see. Sable's got something here. Dr. Nimrod, you ever heard of an old karaoke game called SingStar on the PlayStation 1, I think? Oh, God, karaoke. That very word just makes me cringe. I hate karaoke. And it's fucking everywhere here. People here, every last one of them thinks they're the next friggin' global rock star. Oh, most of them can't carry a tune to save their lives. It's it's just painful. I hate karaoke. Ugh, just hate it. So let's see. Hey, Kat says caffeine does jack shit for me. I'm just addicted to coffee. Well, there you go. After a while, you just can't do without it. You got to have it. You got to get your fix or you are fucked for the day. That's just the way it is, you know? Um, Performance is more like Rock Band 3. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I guess that's what you're into. That's cool. I mean, if you like it, you like it, right? Go fill your boots, have fun. Just don't drag my ass along because I'll hate you forever for it. So let's see what else. A steaming cup of reason. The French side of Pyrenees was a bit like that. Every kilometer or two, melons from the farm, goat's cheese from the farm, apples from the farm, honey from. Yeah, well, you get it all here daily. It's everywhere all the time, nonstop. But you just can't go. Every corner you turn, you've got another street long of vendors and marketers, and ah, it's everywhere. Hello, Clara. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Nice of you to come by. Always nice to see you. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's the way it is there. Hey, I mean, you're up in the mountains. It's tourist country, so you're going to have that, right? Um, what is the weirdest food here? Well, there's quite a bit, and I probably don't want to freak you out or make you cringe, but there's one thing here that is extremely popular, and it makes me retch every time I see it, even from a distance. It is partially developed eggs, as in you boil this son of a bitch, you crack it open, and inside there is a partially developed fetus. And they lap that stuff up like it's going out of style. It's it's horrifyingly disgusting to see, but people love it here. They do. Uh, Musicator. I'm not a musicator. I'm just a bad musicator. Uh, People trying to make music who have no business being anywhere near it. That's karaoke. um, well, it's not far off. It's not far. Just a half an hour ago, the cafe just outside on the main street, right, looking out of the window of this office, down to the street level near the river. Karaoke. It was going till like a half an hour ago, and I was like, "Oh God, stop! Please stop!" There's one right downstairs, right at the edge of the parking lot. Just out the window here and just look down straight, and it's right there, right on the corner. And they can sometimes belt that shit out at volumes like you can't believe. How they're not deaf, I don't know. Maybe they are. But yeah, it's everywhere, man. Let's see. Let's see. Belly rubs, belly rubs. Okay, belly rubs, belly rubs. Uh huh. Thanks, Nimrod. Uh, Banana flour. banana flour salad, potato flour, spinach flour. Most of the vegetables. Uh, well, as you know, if you remember your grade school science and plant life cycle, every vegetable and fruit on the planet began as a flower. So that's very common here. Pumpkin flower is probably the biggest one. The yellow pumpkin flowers, they make wonderful salads out of it. Oh my God, so tasty. But it's everywhere. So they use whatever is at hand. They're very resourceful when it comes to that kind of thing. They'll eat just about anything here. Uh, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Partially developed chicks, a fetus in the egg. Very popular here. Lots of vendors along the street sell it. Uh, yeah, people lap it up. They love eating it. I can't go near it. I can't even look at it. It just, ugh, makes me cringe. Let's see. Sable says sweet and sour soup. Um, they don't really do that here. That's more of a Chinese thing, but you can get it. There are places that do it, but it's more of a Chinese thing than a Vietnamese thing. Barbecued fish with lemongrass. Yeah, you can get that just about anywhere, all over the place. Green papaya salad. Yeah, or actually, not green papaya, green mango salad. Just very finely julienne. Nice long shoestring strips of mango just before they're ripe. So they're still a bit tart and sour. And they'll use chili, nice and spicy, get a good kick. Very popular here. Quite refreshing too. Um, King Cobra, yeah, that's not done so much anymore in most places, but there are places where they do serve King Cobra, not particularly roasted. It's more about bringing the thing to your table live, cutting the heart out of it, and then you eat the heart while it's still beating with a glass of rice wine. It's supposed to make you manly, uh, but yeah. And then they'll saute up the snake afterwards. It's nothing special. To be honest, it might sound like a stupid joke, but it tastes pretty much like chicken. It's really hard, very lean, no fat on it whatsoever. So it does tend to be a bit rubbery, bit dry, but yeah, there's no particular outstanding flavor that sets it apart as being snake. Uh, but yeah, you can get that stuff here everywhere. Let's see. Yeah, what's another? Oh, there's a couple of places down in the Mekong Delta area, near Kanta, along the Mekong Delta, the small villages and that, where they have well, they have a lot of the rice fields there. Uh, they do a lot of rice cultivation, shrimp farming, fish farming. All of that goes on in the Mekong. The coconut harvest are insane. Coconuts everywhere here. It's like nothing. Um, but there are places in this area where you can go and actually have field mouse stuffed with rice, roasto or barbecued field mouse stuffed with rice. There's a place up in Hanoi, a restaurant. It's kind of tucked away off the beaten path. You have to know somebody who knows where it is to get you there. But when you walk in, it's just wall to wall bird cages, every kind of exotic tropical bird you could think of, almost. And all you do is you walk around and you say, "Oh, I like that one." The next thing you know, it's gutted, cooked, and on your plate. Yeah, you pick the bird live, and then they'll kill it, butcher it, cook it, and serve it. So yeah, lots of kind of places like that all around Vietnam. There's even a place in Vietnam that I've seen. I don't know if they still do it, but there's this Vietnamese dish. It's called banh cuon. A banh cuon is a kind of like a rice paper, but before it's been dried and hardened, it's like a very thin, milky white rice batter, and they'll pour that over a very tightly stretched piece of nylon over a steamer to steam it so that it becomes a bit pliable and makes kind of like a rice sheet, kind of a wet rice sheet. And then they'll roll dark mushrooms and ground pork and ground beef and things in it and roll it up. The technique they use with their chopsticks are so damn fast, but it's just rolled up like a really soggy kind of limp spring roll. It's called benkun, and just a variety of sauces that you can dip it in. But this place that makes this stuff, they also serve silverfish. It's kind of like giant cockroaches that they'll steam or saute, and people will eat those. I won't touch them. I won't touch them with a 10-foot pole. But I do have a couple of friends who have tried it, and they said that it kind of it doesn't really have a taste. It's kind of just like this crunchiness from the outer body, the exoskeleton. The innards have really no particular taste, but they say that the aftertaste coming up through your nostrils is kind of like airplane glue. So I don't know. Again, that's just another one of those really weird things you can get here in Vietnam that you'll never see it anywhere else, only here. I'm sure I can probably think of a few others, but yeah, that's just one example. So, anyways, what's been going on in the chat here? Let me just catch up with stuff. See what we've got here. Sable tall glass of ice cubes, heaped spoon of sugar on top, double espresso poured over the sugar to dissolve it. Rattlesnake is da bomb. Yeah, well, I've had rattlesnake and I've had cobra. Can't tell the difference. Snake is a snake. They all taste the same, and nothing glorious or special about it. Let's see. I wish I could piss that far because trust me, there's times where I wish I could do that. Those goddamn karaoke assholes belting out crap, just giving me a migraine. I wish I could piss far enough to hit them because I would. Let's see. Stuck in Florida. Hello, my good friend. Welcome. Nice to see you. There's an old someone who's been a subscriber of mine since I first came onto YouTube. And he's actually spent some significant time here in Vietnam, knows what I'm talking about. Don't you? You know what I'm talking about. I mean, this place is different from any other place in Asia you'll ever visit. It's unique beyond unique because even as you travel through Asia, you go through all the different parts of China and Korea and Japan, and they're all wannabe Americans or they're all just really over commercialized. But Vietnam is Vietnam. It is so uniquely different from everything else here in Asia. Is what makes this place such an attraction for tourists over the past 10 years. It really the city has developed quite a bit as far as construction, new high-rise buildings, the technologies from the West, blah blah blah. But it's still it has not changed that much. Society is the same as it was 20 years ago when I first came. So they really are still of the same kind of mindset, same way of thinking, same way of doing things. Yeah. I mean, you can dress them up, but they're still the same simple people they have always been. And that's going to be a very, very slow thing to change. It's going to take a few generations before they catch up to the Western world as far as that's concerned. But then again, that's part of their charm. That's part of their uniqueness. And generally, by and large, they're good people. They are. And when you get to know them and get used to being around them, um, they just grow on you. I mean, really, they do. But yeah, they good to see you stuck in Florida. Let's see, balut. Can't remember what they call it in Vietnam. It's tasty and fresh, like chicken soup and boiled egg. It just looks gross. Um, yeah, it's really I can't remember what it's called either, but I know the stuff you're talking about. Very popular here at breakfast, like Boon Up and Boon Jung, which I believe is what you're thinking of. Um, yeah, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I love calamari. Yeah, well, you can get that stuff here with you can't swing a cat without hitting somebody that sells a squid of some kind, calamari or dried squids, or like squid jerky, really spicy, lots of chili. They love that stuff here. Um, yeah. So let's see what else. Titbits. What's that? Haven't had nut stuffed rat in years. Oh, you've okay. All right. Well, that's probably something similar to what they do here. Here it's field mouse stuffed with rice, and I think they do probably throw in some nuts in there too. Uh, but yeah, that's one of those other uh, unknown but kind of interesting things you can kind of try here that you might enjoy. Some people are just too squeamish for it, like me. I've always been a bit squeamish about things like that. But yeah, well, I'm sure it would, Clara. I'm sure it would. To most people, it does because it's not something you normally see where you happen to live. It's something that it's part of the culture. It's a real cultural experience. And you got to remember that Vietnam, as a whole, has been a third world country for forever, and poverty is quite rampant here. So a lot of people's eating habits and Vietnamese cuisine in general has developed around whatever is available at the time. Local stuff that's, or even stuff like rat and mouse and dog. That's another one. It's based on what people can get their hands on, not necessarily the posh cuisine of other nations. You know, they here often can't afford to be posh. It's all very basic, day to day, simply prepared, simple foods, but done in a myriad of ways. And that's the thing about Vietnam. Um, yeah. Um, dehydrated seaweed. That's something that's very popular here. But that, I think that's mostly because of the Japanese and Korean influence within the country. A lot of them here have set up businesses here. Of course, they bring that with them, and yeah, it's quite common here. Um, okay, boom. Let's see. Steamed cockroaches for dinner. Yeah, you don't want to go there. Honestly, you don't. It's just, it's not. In my opinion, those things are not meant for human consumption. Whoever got it in their head to cook them up and serve them, there's something wrong with that person. I'm sorry to say, but you can get it. Um, mhm. Squid jerky. Yeah, they'll get the squid, gut it, and just the tube. They'll just marinate it in a chili sauce, just crushed chilies and garlic, and They'll just marinate it in there and leave it in the sun to dry. And then they'll serve it with hot sauce in strips. Because otherwise there's no way you're going to chew that. It's like leather. So you get it in thin julienne strips, and you roll it around the hot sauce and pop it in, chew it best you can and swallow it. But yeah, smells like ass when you drive by those vendors. They smell like ass on just the shittiest. Oh, there we go. It's like ass and stinky feet all together. It's horrible smell, but people lap it up. They love it. Well, yeah, because it's so damn lean, but still, it's just a snake. And pretty much all snake tastes the same. Let's see. I eat a lot of crazy stuff, but roaches and water bugs are a bitter, horrible aftertaste, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what my buddies told me when they tried it. I won't try it, but they tried it and they said the aftertaste was very much like the taste you get in your mouth after you sniff airplane glue. That's what they told me. So yeah, I won't go near it. I just won't. Let's see. We got some new ones here. Da, 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 da. Carl, hey Carl, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. I didn't think you were. I thought maybe you were going to skip this one, but obviously you always show up, and that's a good thing. So hello, Chris Durham. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Nice to see you, my friend. Good to see. Always nice to see. I am Blue. Hey, I am Blue. How's it going, buddy? Listen, guys. If you guys missed the show last week, you gotta head over to Barnes and Noble. I am Blue is publishing like 4 or 5 books, and he sent me a link for a free book, a free fantasy novel that you can download. So I am Blue. If you want to stick that link in the side chat, you go right ahead there, brother. Let's support him. Let's get on out there. Check out his stuff, okay? I've been a little bit busy this week, Blue, but now that we're settled down at work, I'm going to take the chance at the office to head on over. As a matter of fact, I got the long weekend, so I'm definitely going to check them out. So absolutely. Grasshoppers taste like nuts when roasted in the oven. Well, that could very well be. I'll never go. Peanuts. Yeah, he meant peanuts. Yeah, Carl. Yeah, if you're into fantasy, you should check out the new books that I am Blue has recently released. Yeah, there it is, folks. There's the link in the side chat. Go check them out. Let's do what we can to support him, get the word out. Absolutely. Yeah, excerpts from your book. Absolutely. So you can read excerpts from the new books. Absolutely. Go for it. A friend who does Geography Channel needs some pics of the east coast of South Africa. Do you know anyone there? Yeah, Carl. If you know anyone there, help them out. Booma. Here, the company I work for, a good 40% of the teachers on staff are from South Africa. So I'll ask around when I'm back in the office on Thursday and see if anybody there can share some pics with me of the east coast of South Africa, and I'll fire them off to you. Okay, brother? I'm sure we can probably come up with a whole bunch load of them. So yeah, absolutely. Got a lot of South Africans in the company where I work. A lot of them. Yeah, Sal, a Southern Hemisphere Globehead. She's in South Africa. I'm sure she can probably help you out with quite a few as well. She contact her. Peter Collings, hello, sir. Welcome. Nice to see you, my friend. Glad you can make it. Yeah, no worries. Okay, anytime you need help or you just want to hook up and chat or whatever, man, you got my Discord. Come say hello, brother. Man, I know our time differences can make that real challenge, but I'm always up for hearing from you folks. So yeah, by all means, I'd like to get you on the show sometime, Booma. I think that would be a blast. Um, I think it would be really nice to have you on. Just shoot the shit, throw something at the fan, see what sticks, and just have a laugh. So if you're up for that sometime, you just let me know there, brother, and we'll make it happen somehow. Absolutely. See if we can work out that time zone thing, because you're quite a bit ahead of me, and I'm like 14 hours ahead of the states, and 7 hours ahead of the UK. So we're stretching the backside of the globe here. Hmm. Uh, yeah, yeah, absolutely, Clara. I'd love to have him on. I've had the pleasure of being on a couple of streams of his. It's been a while, but it was always fun, and yeah, I think it'd be cool. Yeah, pop me a message there, Booma. See if we can set something up. Have a fun time. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, wouldn't he though, Carl? He would, wouldn't he though? Absolutely. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's hook up and make something happen. Let's do that. Okay, I think we'll have fun. Cool. Yeah. So what else? Well, yeah, nothing special really. Like I said, I'm just here to catch up and see how you folks are, and you guys got questions you want to ask me or things you want to talk about. You just throw it in the side chat, and we'll get it out there. It's like I tell you guys every week, man. Everybody here has a voice. Oh, got the yawns all of a sudden. What the hell? Where'd that come from? Whew, sorry, man. Didn't mean to expose my gullet. But yeah, everybody's got a voice here, man. You got something you want to talk about or you want to bring up, you just let me know. We're all good here, man. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chris normally has music lessons. He teaches at this time of the day in his neck of the woods, but he always makes an effort to pop in and listen in. So I really do appreciate that, Chris. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for making the effort to always pop in and say hi, if nothing else. But yeah, you've got music lessons you got to get to, so we understand that. Uh, you're always good, man. You aren't breathing properly. Well, I have been having a few issues lately. Last week, Friday, I had to stay home from work. I had 101 fever in the morning, and I could not even move. Uh, so much so that I had to wait till Saturday to get into a doctor to find out. And they said that I had N3 virus, which it is not COVID, but it's a pretty bad flu strain, and that's what gave me the fever. And in the process, they seem to think that I might be developing asthma, which really sucks because I no, I don't think so. I hope not. But the past week been having a bit of a struggle, but it seems to be doing okay now. So knock on wood, it continues that way. Yeah. Uh, Now, I gave you a sympathy on. Oh no, sorry, Clara. I just came out. I don't know where it came from or why, but um, just happened. Sorry. It happens to me every once in a while. I'll just be talking away. like nothing's wrong, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm a yawn just kind of creeps in the middle of my sentence, and it's annoying. I hate it. I really do. Oh God, here we go again. Oh. Ugh. Could be also that it's late. I've been up really early this morning for some reason. Mostly not because I turned off all of my alarms, man. I said to you, I'm not getting up for nobody. But I've been getting up at like 4:35 a.m. every day for so long, being a teacher that my body just it alarm. We don't need no stinking alarm. You're gonna wake up anyway, you know. So yeah. Um, well, yeah, I'll probably still be here for a while, uh, getting on everybody's nerves, you know. But then again, at my age, what more fun is there in life than that? you know, narcolepsy light. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Could be. You could be onto something, Jens. You could be onto something. Uh, Sir Little Wolf, hello, sir. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Always nice to see you. Arroo. Mhm. Yeah. Is anybody else we got popping in? Nice to see some familiar faces I haven't seen in a while. So, yeah. Oh, God. Saturday night, a quiet Saturday night. Pearl's out with her friends, celebrating some do with her mom and that, and so got the house to myself and just sitting here streaming, talking to you guys or talking to myself, whichever. Yeah, seeing who's around, who's about. So yeah, nothing really else going on. Um, oh, yeah, these I've been struggling with these yawns off and on all day, and I don't know where they're coming from, but they won't leave me alone. Anyways, sorry about that. I'm praying to God this camera holds out, or this iPhone. It takes forever and a day to charge that son of a bitch. I despise Apple. Everything Apple. The only good thing Apple is good for is pie filling. Oh, I hate Apple. Oh man. Yeah, I you know what, Chris, you're right. It's more a matter of willingness than age. Um, I've always thought it would be great to be able to learn music and write music and just be a musician of some kind. Just for the sheer fact that I love music, but I also know that I've got a tin air and zero talent, and it would take me forever, and I'd never be good at it. So I just never bothered to learn. But I sure sometimes I'm envious of those who do have the ability, you know. So yeah, rock on, brother, rock on. Keep the rest of us happy and entertained. Hey, which you do quite well on your channel. Awesome. Yeah, stuck in Florida. I'm usually busy Saturday mornings, but today is a lazy rain day for me. Well, that's cool, and I'm so glad you decided to spend that time with me here. Thank you. Good, always good to see you, my friend. We all deserve one of those. Every now and then. Like this year's been a hard, long year for all of the teachers at the company, heavy schedules and shit. We've all been really looking forward to this holiday, and now that it's here, we're I think most of us are just kicking back, putting our feet up at home, and just not having to be there is vacation enough, you know? So yeah, well, I'm enjoying the peace, the quiet, just the not having to think about anything. Oh, I never liked Apple gens. I'm sorry. I never, even when I was in studying graphic design, where everything we did was on a Mac. I hated the experience. Just, I don't like the computing experience on a Mac. It's just weird and freaky, and it never seems to want to cooperate the way you expect it to. And uh, I've just never liked Mac at all, ever. And yeah, send the apples to Del Monte and make applesauce because that's about the only use they have for me. Uh, no, I haven't. As a matter of fact, I think GPT chat is blocked here in Vietnam. I haven't really looked into that, but no. I think a lot of this AI and chat GPT is a lot of outright bullshit. All it is taking a bunch of search results, putting them together in some kind of a semi-coherent manner, and people lap it up. Yeah, I'm not. I nah. When it comes to that, especially in the creative fields, AI will never replace the human. They just never will replace the human. So, um, I don't have the patience for Linux. It's too finicky and too limiting. Uh, I've always been a Windows person. I've never really had any major issues with Windows, except for a few of the versions that I've tried to get through as quickly as possible, desperately waiting for the next version. But generally, I've never had too much trouble with it. And Android, well, most of my phones have always been Android, so I've gotten used to it. I think it's every bit as good as any Apple iOS. So yeah, I think you do more with an Android than you can with an Apple, to be honest. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. And if your boss is kind of making those kinds of suggestions, you might want to remind them of the fact that Chat GPT can only do what's uh, can only do anything using what's already out there. But for something to be truly developed from the ground up to be useful before Chat GPT can do anything with it, is still going to require a human developer with a brain and some creative thinking. So yeah, screw Chat GPT and all that AI shit. It's great for getting a simple task done quickly when you don't want to put the manpower into it. But other than that, I wouldn't trust it as far as I can pitch it. Hey, Tusk, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Just got your message on Discord. Eddie and I are doing some DIY and redecorating. Oh, cool. Awesome. So yeah, that's cool. I love DIY shit. I love doing that stuff. It really is fun turning your home or whatever the project is into something that's you. So yeah, have fun with that, brother. Say hi to Eddie for me too. Give her big hugs. Miss you guys. Always great to have you guys around. And yeah, when you're ready, buddy, you let me know. We'll get that stream going, talking about solve sits in court and the various the variations in court systems. I think that'll be such a fun and interesting chat. I'm really looking forward to do that. And hey, maybe we can bring a OK Boom on. I think he's got a little bit of insight in there too. Send me a Discord. Let's chat about it and see what you think. That's okay. That's okay. No worries. Don't disturb her. Let her have her time with mom. But when she's off there, just Tell her Score said hi. Give her big hugs and thinking about you guys. And other than that, just enjoy your day. Sounds like you're having fun. Awesome. Uh, yeah, I think that would be a friggin' awesome stream. Me, Tusk, and OK Booma talking about Sovset idiots and the variations in court systems between the UK and the US and Australia and wherever it is that you happen to be. I think it would be fun. I really do. Hmm. Cool. Hey, Kristen Frost Laser Beams. I had not seen you in the longest of times. Hello, hello. Welcome. Always good to see you. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome, Booma. Okay, let me hook up with you and Tusk and let's see if we can get something put together and really ride the shit out of those soft idiots and just have a bit of fun. Yeah, and just have a good discussion about the differences and where you are and where I am and where they are. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Man, you guys inspire me. I love this. This is great. This is awesome. Uh yeah, Soft City International. Those guys are the biggest freaking morons ever. They're worse than flat earthers to some of them. Honest to God. They're absolute low life degenerate scumbags. Oh man. And they think their shit actually works. And they just keep going at it over and over and getting smacked down, thrown in jail, told off, pissed on, just shit on, and they just laughed out of friggin' every place they ever go. Uh, and they still keep pushing their stupidity. Oh, God. Like flat earthers. Idiots. Sable. Yeah. Maybe AI could replace a psychiatrist who asked me whether I ever tried not being who I am. I wonder whether that guy's graduated yet. The three of us on the same stream would, yeah, I know. I agree. Yeah, I think it'd be a friggin' hoot, an absolute ball to the walls hoot. It would be so much fun, I think. Yeah. I just feel the need to rip into stupid. I haven't done it for so long, and I just feel the need to rip into stupid. But I know once I start, I'll get tired of it real quick. So one good balls out, friggin' give it everything I got. Stream with a couple of like-minded individuals, and you guys could be in for some serious entertainment. Yeah, it might be dangerous. We might break the internet. Oh no. Exactly. Exactly. Try not being who I am. Huh. Yeah, I'll give that a whirl. Uh-huh. You're right, Wolfie. You're right. Oh. Keep them in your pants, Jeff. Yeah, well, I think you know what I mean. But thanks, Chris. um, yeah. It certainly would, Clara. It would be the dullest existence ever. So we need the idiots because we need entertainment. We need laughter. And they are a constant source of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of kerfuffle going on right now with Johnny O and JL and a couple of the others. You know, that Mr. Wow Wow Wah at it again. So gets to be tiresome. That Jagoff just oh, he's just so utterly tiresome. Oh. Well, yeah, and that's us. That's us. That's all of us fine folk in the side chat that come to see me every week, and I love you for it. You guys are the cool cats. You guys are the unique mix of just good people. And that's what makes this stream on Saturday nights kind of enjoyable, even though I'm just talking about absolute nothing. Uh, how I managed to do that for 2 hours every Saturday night, I don't know. But I'm just wah, 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 whatever happens to come around. So yeah, but I like it. That's what makes it worth doing this. You know. Let's see. Sable says, "Yeah, Doc. Yeah, I do think of fascist bastard laughing at the story about children drowning in the English Channel because their boat sank. Was happier about it than me." Okay, well that's kind of left field. um, Months and months waiting for an appointment. Well, isn't that par for the course for the British medical system? The healthcare system in the UK is pretty slow to respond, from what I understand. And you could be waiting for some people. I think I've been waiting for years for some important appointments that just keep getting shoved aside and put off. But then again, it's happening a lot all over the place. Oh, Tusk. Ooh, you really wanted to share that, didn't you? I hope. Okay, take care, Chris. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for popping in, saying hello, and sharing a bit of time with us. You have yourself a good time. Have a good class. We'll see you again next week, okay, brother? You take care. Be safe. Yeah. Yeah, well, we seem to be doing okay. I haven't gotten any battery low messages on the camera yet, and we're already an hour in. So we're doing good. Let's just hope it holds up. Hope it holds up. You are very welcome, sir, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so what else you guys want to talk about? What else would you guys like to know, or pitch around, or kick around, or whatever? You know, feed me. I need content. Feed me. Whatever. uh, Funding for mental health services was drastically cut in the 80s and 90s and replaced with a stupid idea called care in the community, which put the burden of dealing with the loonies onto the untrained. That could be a dangerous thing, right, Tusk? Man, yeah, that does seem like an awfully stupid idea. Feed me, Seymour, feed me. Yeah. Um, You have a question. Solar power plus nuclear or solar power plus coal? I'm going to say solar power plus nuclear because coal is dirty shit. It is. And coal just doesn't just make the atmosphere filthy, but the rivers and everything else too. So yeah, I'm going to say coal plus nuclear power because if or sorry, solar power plus nuclear power. There we go. I'm like derp. But yeah, in case the sun stops shining, we'll all glow in the dark anyway. Way to go. I don't mind glowing in the dark. Why not? Uh, Tusk says, unsurprisingly, there was a huge rise in the number of paranoid schizophrenics murdering people. Yeah, you'd wonder why, huh? Yeah. Okay. And okay, so Buma says suicide by police also went up. I think that's mostly due to soft sits, though. I think they're the cause of that more than anything else because they just don't want to deal with those morons anymore. uh, well, yeah, you're true. You're true. You're right, Wolfie. What isn't dirty these days? But yeah, everybody just needs to stop using coal. I mean, in today's world, we have enough of the technology and the knowledge to make nuclear power work safely, uh, as long as people respect it, monitor it, and do it right. You know, the the accidents we've had with nuclear power have mostly been because of negligence, uh, inadequate capability of managing it when it's running or controlling it and keeping it safe. But nowadays, nuclear power has become such a safe and efficient means of providing power to the people that it really needs to become the new standard of the day. And I think we need to work towards that because it's going to help a lot to clean up the environment. Uh, and all this fear mongering about, oh no, I don't want a nuclear plant in our area because I don't want to live next to a nuclear bomb. Fucking idiot. There ain't no way it's ever going to be a nuclear bomb, you goddamn moron. The reason is simple. The fuel or the uranium that they're using is so far below weapons grade that the most it's going to cause is severe contamination, which can be cleaned up, and they've proven that it is possible. So, yeah, all this. Oh, I'm living next to a nuclear bomb. Get over yourself. Go get a fucking education, you moron. Nothing like that at all. Uh, that was my thinking too. What? Yeah, yeah. The sun goes out, we're gonna glow in the dark anyway. So yeah, cool. I think it'd be cool to glow in the dark. To be honest, I could be a superhero, glow man. But then again, everybody else should be glow man too. Oh well. What can we say? Well, now, Sable, you do make a good point there. It is better than the Americans selling them all rifles so they can shoot themselves and each other. Ah, man. Scotland runs on wind. Well, they do have a lot of, uh, well, that part of the world does have a lot of wind. From what I understand, it's windy there most of the time. So why not harness that, right? Uh, yeah, Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes a difference. It really does, Tusk. It really does. Uh, well, true. Yeah. Okay. That's something that until the world as a whole grows the fuck up and starts to figure out that war just isn't worth it at all ever, and just put your fucking toy guns away and learn to talk to each other. You know, the world needs to fucking grow up. Period. Just grow up, act like fucking adults, and solve your problems the way they should be solved. Negotiate, compromise, find a happy solution for everybody, and go on your merry way. But no, there's always going to be the superpowers like China and Russia and the US always going to want my gun bigger than yours. Grow the fuck up. Yeah. That's how it does. If you make one of my curries, your arse will not only glow in the dark, it will keep you warm and provide you with free gas for weeks afterwards. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go, Tusk Power. Awesome. Well, okay, sure. If you can find the kids willing to do it. um, let's see. Was the Scotland thing a joke or for real? Some people are really hateful of Scotland for some reason. There you go, Tusk. A good, valid question. Care to answer? Care to reply? uh, well, yeah, okay. I suppose. Although I wouldn't want the job of doing it. Um, I'm making nuisance neighbor chicken wings tonight. If you open your window, you might get a whiff. Yeah, well, you know what, Kristen? Uh, doesn't matter where you go. Politics is weird. Um, yeah, it wasn't a joke. Tusk says Scotland is very progressive with regards to your fuel needs and have heavily invested in renewables. That is something to be commended. Well done, Scotland. The rest should follow suit. The world needs to learn that lesson quickly. I'm very much into that. I'm completely into renewables. And even though most Teslas are pieces of shit, I still think electric cars are the way of the future. And we got to find a way to make them work reliably with the range and the safety that we need them to have. That's the answer. I swear to God, nuclear power stations and electric cars going to make so much difference. And I hope it happens in my lifetime. Uh, some of the electric cars that you can buy nowadays are actually quite good cars. They're nice. And yeah, I think everybody should be driving electric, to be honest. Just walk away from gas altogether. It's a hard thing to do, I know, but if we could just walk away from gas altogether, we'd all be happier for it in the long run. And our kids will have a world worth living in. And that is more important than anything. It's not for us, it's for what we leave behind for our progeny. That's what we should be thinking about. The young kids that are coming up, who are going to have to live in the world that we leave for them. behooves us to clean it up and leave them something decent. Yeah, I've very, very strong opinions about that. It needs to happen. It needs to start now. Um, a hybrid volt. Um, I haven't. I've seen them on the internet. I've not seen one in person, but we do have a fair few of those Hyundai Ions. I think they're called, which is, I believe, also a hybrid or fully electric. They're starting to pop up here in Vietnam, and it's a good thing to see. It really is, and a lot more people, the younger generation, instead of getting motorbikes, petrol motorbikes, are getting those new electric motorbikes. VinFast, a Vietnamese automaker, uh, actually develops a 100% electric motorbike. It's just like any other scooter or motorbike that you see on the street. Every bit as fast, and but it's 100% electric. Uh, it's good to see. I applaud those people for being a conscience, being aware enough of the need for environmental change. Uh, well, yeah, that is a problem. I do agree. I do agree. We do need to find out where to get the cobalt and stuff for the batteries, uh, because or find an alternative or develop an alternative. But yeah, I can't argue that point. But we need to find a way. We do. We need to find a way. We got to get ourselves off gas and onto electric. I mean, I wouldn't even be opposed to the big car manufacturers actually researching nuclear uh, power systems for cars, safe, reliable nuclear power systems where they generate their own energy. Uh, if that's even possible, that's probably something far in the future. But if somebody thought of doing that, I would support it. Why not? Your car could glow in the dark too. um, yeah, Denmark is pretty progressive. It's quite progressive on renewable power. Both your sons work at Siemens Gamesa here in Aalborg. They build prototypes for the next blades on the wind turbines. That's awesome. That is such a worthwhile career. It's something to be proud to be a part of. That's that's the future. That's what we got to ingrain into our kids. You know, look to careers in science and technology and developing these things that are going to answer our future needs and get us away from what we've been doing that have been just destroying this planet and clean it up again. Uh, that's something I always try to do in my science classes. Tell my kids the importance of it. You know, um, yeah, why not? Why not? Absolutely. Electric light rail throughout the cities, so that like build a good infrastructure. So, and no matter where you go on the train, because you're able to bring your bicycle with you, uh, you're not very far off from your final destination, wherever the train drops you off. It's good exercise, and it's just probably much more enjoyable. So yeah, I'm all for it. I think that should become standard. They're about to they're about to launch the first semi like subway. It's uh, like underground and overhead here in Ho Chi Minh City. Uh, Very soon now, the trains are going to start running. I think the infrastructure's they're almost done. Most of the stations are finished construction. They're doing tidy up work and stuff. So we're going to see a rail system uh, to replace the black choking smoke puffing old Samco buses that are replete throughout the city. Get rid of those dirty fucking things. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, yeah. Right now, it's a pipe dream. But if we continue developing the technology, we can probably get it one day down to a size where we can put it into a car or a truck. Um, and I don't think is as far off as many might think it is at the rate that technology is advancing these days. Um, Hello, Carl. Good to see you, my friend. How's our wonderful neighborhood tuba man? Everything going good? Nice to see you. Welcome. Let's see. Ooh, a charging system built into the roads, like slot cars, was a science project I did in the 70s. I got second place. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Probably be a difficult thing to do, but if they can do embedded rails for overhead electric cable cars, then you're not far off from a almost feasible idea. Um, Although you'd have to work out the many limitations it will put in place. But I think that's outside the box thinking, and that's the kind of thinking we need to foster in our young people and get them moving in that direction and finding solutions instead of always defaulting to coal and oil. You know, um, I'll hate to gang away. Okay. All right. Well, you take care, Tusk. You give my best to Eddie. Give her the hugs and say hello. And you guys, you have a great day. Enjoy your time. And like I said, let's hook up you, me, and Booma, and work out a stream on that Sovsit topic. And oh man, we could have such a blast with that. So yeah, let's hook up and you take care, brother. Be safe. Oh, and everybody, by the way, Tusk dropped another video today. I watched it earlier this morning. Awesome. First time I've ever seen him have a catch in the first 2 minutes of the video. And he caught some beauties. Great day of fishing. Go check him out. Um, have you had a stroke or an aneurysm yet? No, he's just saying goodbye to us in his usual Scottish manner. Although you're right, it's to me it sounds like a seizure or an aneurysm sometimes too. Oh. Yeah, you're right, and that's probably the biggest hurdle of all: changing the mindset of society. That has got to be the toughest nut of all to crack. But we got to find a way, don't you think? There's got to be a way. And the more we try and foster that kind of thinking in our younger generations, the day will come where society won't get in the way so much anymore and probably be part of the problem, part of the solution instead of adding to the problem, you know. Um, that's horrible, Carl. That is absolutely horrible. 80 murders a day, looting all over the place. That's horrible. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, these are all things that are part of the issue and part of the problems that need to be solved. I'm not going to argue that with you. I completely understand, but I still think that it is in the end probably the best solution we can work towards. Because really, if we can crack that nut and make it 100% safe and efficient, it could be limitless power that could light up the world and be almost free. You know what I mean? I mean, I know it's a far distant utopia I'm thinking of, but we can get there, I think. And I think we're already well on the way, you know, and I hope it does come. I really do. Um, but when it comes to things like that, I have to admit I'm an eternal optimist because I love science. I believe in science, and I see with my own eyes every day uh, the things that science does that makes everything better for everybody. And we need to foster and encourage more scientific study and scientific um, thinking in the world. We need to embrace science, not like the dumbass flirts and shit who haven't got the first fucking clue what science is, can barely spell the word. Well, yeah, but now I think you're getting a little bit too far into into the pessimistic side of the argument. Yeah, you're always going to have those idiots, but again, if we do it right and develop the technology in a way that it should be developed, it will never become the weapon that these kind of fucking morons would probably try to turn it into, because they just don't have the fucking brains to think that advanced. You know, a Ford Pinto construction. Well, that's a mistake we all learn from. But solar freaking roadways. Yeah, I know. I've seen the videos on Thunderfoot. That's a fucking stupid idea. A joke of jokes. That is the stupidest idea anybody's ever come up with. That's something we will never see because it just will never work. The logistics of it and the material needs to make it happen and the sheer cost of implementing, nah. That is just a stupid science fiction pipe dream that's never going to go beyond the dumbass idea that it is now. Um, I don't necessarily agree with that because while it does solve the problem immediately of industrial waste and stuff on the Earth, anything in Earth orbit has a finite existence before it's going to come back down. Everything that goes up must come down, and eventually it will. So no, I don't think that's going to be the solution that we all really want. Um, maybe doing mining and industrial research and development on the moon, uh, where it can be perfected and made safe before it's ever introduced here on Earth. That's something that I think might be possible in the far distant future. But no, I don't think we should have an industrial complex in orbit. I think that's just an accident waiting to happen. It's like the space station, Skylab, all of them. They're all they can only stay up there so long, and eventually gravity wins, and they're coming down. So right now they're looking at ways of disassembling the ISS or trying to keep it in orbit longer because they already know it's on its way down. you know. Um, oh, okay. Well, I hope you got that sorted there, Nimrod. Welcome back. Good to see you. Welcome back. Mind the asteroids. Oh God, you saw? Have you followed that series, The Expanse? I love that. That was such a good miniseries. 5 seasons, I think it ran. What a great show, and that's what it was all about. Belters. Uh, but again, to get people out there to do the mining, because there's going to have to be a human presence, extended periods of time at in that kind of an environment. No, it's just going to cause as many problems as it solves, I think. And not only that, I saw um, a really good argument in a short video. I can't even remember where that video was that I saw, but all those mega asteroids out there that we know are basically just huge floating mountains of gold and diamonds. To mine that shit and bring it back to Earth would cause such an economic collapse, we wouldn't know what hit us. Because what gives those things value here on Earth is their rarity. And you suddenly bring 100 billion tons of gold from an asteroid to Earth, gold is now next to nothing in value. It's no more value than the fucking tinfoil dish you got your lunch in, you know. And same thing for diamonds. Uh, what gives them their value and their precious, uh, the, well, you know what I mean. What makes them what they are is the fact that they are so rare here on Earth. And when you do find it, it's super valuable because it was so hard to find to begin with. You know, bring it down like they think with those huge asteroids. You're just going to kill the economy overnight. Boom, done. Gold will go from $700 an ounce to friggin' less than a penny. You know. Well, yeah, blast them into the sun. But then again, the cost of doing that is probably as high as any other solution, maybe even higher, because we got to build a rocket to send up there to push it into the sun, and we got to fuel it, and that's a hell of an expenditure that you're going to lose along with whatever it is you're throwing into the sun. It seems to me like that solution, although probably a good solution, is also a very wasteful solution. So yeah, controlled descent, a scheduled, controlled disassembly, so that at least it lands somewhere safe where it can either be safely retrieved and recycled, or at least doesn't hurt anybody. And you know, just that's it. Yeah, even if it doesn't come down here, it could be flung out into space and impact other planets. Think Futurama with the garage movie. Okay. Solar panels beside the roads, casting shade on the roads to stop them getting so hot in summer might work better. um, you know, that's not a half bad idea. Problem, I think, there is going to be the cost of building the infrastructure to make it work. But that's not a half bad idea. um, yeah, should you come up with an idea, Sable, that works, you'd be a rich man. You would. Let's see. Okay, well, you take care, Kristen. Thank you very much for stopping in. It's been so long since I've seen you here, and I hope I see you again very soon. You have yourself a great day at work. Have a wonderful time, if possible, and be safe. Take care. Glow in the dark street paint. Well, we have that kind of. um, all right, Booma. You take care. Thank you very much for dropping by. Like I said, contact me on Discord. We're gonna get set something up with you in Tusk. We're gonna have a little bit of fun on stream. So you take care, brother. Be safe. Have a good night. If I was a rich man. I know. But somebody had to come up with the ideas that made them rich. Just imagine how filthy rich that guy was who was sitting on a beach one day and thought it would be a good idea to make a little paper umbrella to put in his pina colada. Just think how rich that son of a bitch is with the billions upon billions of little paper umbrellas that bars around the world go through every day. uh, yeah, you have a great idea. Oh man, that would be such a cool invention. That would work so well. As soon as you start thinking about it, somebody did it 50 years ago. Where you been? I know I've had days like that too. Uh, yeah, exactly, Wolfie. Whoever came up with the idea for post-it notes, probably filthy rich today. And they're stuck around everywhere. You know, how many trillions of those do you see uh, probably probably being pitched around or somewhere in the world every day? Somebody had to come up with that idea. Probably richest son of a bitch in the world. You know, I mean, just think of the guy who invented the Rubik's cube. That guy's probably filthy rich. You know, I mean, all these stupid ideas that people come up with that nobody else thinks of, they become a smash hit for some reason, and they're overnight millionaires. I wish I could do that. I really do. I mean, I think I've had some pretty good ideas, but every time I figure I'd like to try and develop it, either it's going to cost way too much to make it work and get it out there, or somebody else has already fucking beat me to it. So, yeah. You don't get paid for your invention after the patent expires. No, that's true. But if you sell the idea to a company that's willing to roll with it, produce the product, and get it out there, you could be looking at a very comfortable life on royalties. Things like that, or just a straight out buyout of the idea. There are people who have done that too. You know, come up with a great idea, sold it off to a company that can afford to develop it and put it out there for a one-time lump sum, and then they use that money for another silly or great invention, sell that off, and before you know it, they're billionaires. You know, uh, Armalite sold the well, yeah, you know. Is that because they sold out the Colt, or is it because they made some bad business decisions? But whatever, it's probably the most prolific military weapon among Western nations in the world. Unlike when I was in the Canadian forces, we didn't have the AR-15. We had the FN, Fabrique Nationale, the FNC2, or the FNC1, 7.62 millimeter, wood butt, wood stock. Thing was 11 pounds loaded with a 30 round magazine. Uh, Damn durable weapon, though. Plastic and yeah, the plastic bit on the end of a shoelace. Somebody had to think of it. What's that? Fusil automatique léger. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Oh, 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 oh. Oh no, looks like my phone is finally starting to act up. I'm starting to see that little battery get pretty close to the red mark. I think I'm going to get a message really quick here. Oh well, see how well. We used to use the FM FAL in the UK, then switched to the SA80 family of sand magnets. The FNFAL, that's probably a European design. Uh, in Canada, we use the FNC1, which was a very durable, very quite accurate weapon, to be honest. 7.62 NATO standard. Uh, Thing could take a beating. It was a bit of a sand magnet too. Uh, and then the Canadian forces, I think, switched over to the AR-15 in the early 90s, I think it was. And the U.S. Air Force adopted the FN P-80, which is the weapon you see in all the Stargate shows. It was the FNC P-80. Yeah. Close combat weapon. Well, you're welcome, Wolfie. Very, very glad to be able to do it. Always nice to see you here. I hope I see you again. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been in here. So yeah, always nice to see you. See, when I was in basic, one lad tried to shoot his target and send a burst of downrange because his firing selector had broken loose and put itself on full auto. The guy in bunk opposite mine broke a firing pin. I have never had an issue with my weapon. My rifle was always pretty reliable. The only thing was with the FN, it was a constant battle to keep it clean. But as long as you kept it clean, it really was quite reliable. Never really gave me many issues at all. Mm, hmm. Yeah, that's no fun. That can be dangerous too. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really follow military weaponry so much anymore. Um, it was something that, you know, I did my time in the service and tried to learn and know as much as I could about firearms and safe firearm safety and all that stuff. But once I got out of the military, I lost interest. It's not something I carry with me and harbor a love for afterwards, you know. Proud of the time I served, but it's behind me now. Um, yeah, they can. We had we had FNs with stuffed barrels for 22 cal for the cadets, the which kind of like pre-military service. usually for the high school students or high school age students who wanted wanted to be part of a military organization without actually being part of the military. So the Army cadets was often where they ended up, and they do many things that the Canadian Forces did in the Reg Force, and they would have summer camps in Canadian Forces bases with training with real armed forces personnel, and they were using armed forces equipment and learned how to care for it and stuff. And on the firing range, um, they would use the stuffed barrel version, 22 version, and then summer camp on the armed forces bases, they would use the actual 7.62 mils, full size, which gave an unexpected kick. So, yeah. But anyways, folks, getting down to about the last 10 or so minutes. Looks like my battery's holding out. Should be able to make it to the end. But yeah, so anything else you guys want to bring up? All right, you take care, Wolfie. Have a good one. Be safe and enjoy your day, okay, brother? Take care. Oh, man. So, yeah. Glad I was able to do this again this week. Ha 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 ha. Gonna kick back after this stream and just enjoy the next 4 days, knowing I don't have to be back in that friggin' office until Thursday morning. Nice. I'm gonna enjoy that. Absolutely. I skipped dinner today. That's how lazy I am. But I am starting to get kind of hungry. So I think maybe after the stream, I'm gonna pop into the kitchen and fix me up something quick and have something to eat because I'm getting the growlies. You get that feeling like, oh, that sick feeling of, man, you got to eat something or I'm gonna puke up what little is in here and make you wish you did. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You got to try to keep up until the end. You bet. It can be a struggle at times. I'm not going to lie. It can be a struggle at times. But I do try. So, yeah, I got to find another background for next week. Okay, well, unless anybody else has got something they want to throw onto the fire, I'm just about tapped out. I don't have much else to talk about. It's been fun. It's been a good talk. Had some interesting discussions tonight, I think, or at least expressed a few interesting opinions. The way I look at things, kind of had fun with that. That was nice. But yeah, I'm getting a bit tired, and like I said, I don't think my battery is going to hold out all the way. It's starting to lose its. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to last. Okay, guys. Well, unless anybody's got anything important you want to bring up, I'm going to call her a night. A couple of minutes early, I know. But, it's been fun. Always great to see you people. You know what I mean. Keep an eye out because I'm hoping to make that stream with Booma and Tusk happen soon. I think that's going to be a really great show. Looking forward to that. And other than that, I think we can expect not too far off now the relaunch of the flip side. I think we're almost there, and I think maybe over the next month or so, start keeping an eye on things over at Crafty's channel and here on my Discord, because I think we're almost ready to kick that son of a bitch loose again and have some fun. Which means that I'll be streaming still Saturday nights, but I'll also be on Sundays on the flip side with Crafty once we relaunch, which I hope is not going to be too much longer. I'm looking forward to it, really am. So it's been too long, but yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Love you guys all. You guys are awesome. You inspire me. It's always great to see everyone here. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for taking time out of your day to spend a little bit of time with me. And I really do appreciate it. So, with that, I'm going to sign off and wish you all a happy weekend and be safe. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.